car lights are out.
All right, here we go. It's Group 10, SVRA in the glorious sunshine of Road Atlanta. Up go the Revs and away we go. Geronimo! As he leads the field. And a good start also by Dylan McAvern, looking for position. Dylan, a very big expert here at Road Atlanta. Shake and bake, folks, up the hill for the first time, and as I say that,
Rusty Wallace, Scott Hawley, don't miss the tires. Oh, man, that was some good editing right there from our staff. Way to go, editors. But that's Scott Hawley there in the Rusty Wallace car, as you see Jimmy Johnson, followed by Ricky Bobby coming down the hill, followed by Nathan Bird. Nathan Bird excited to be out there with these NASCAR legends.
Vic Newton's going good here, and Jimmy Johnson's car in the 48B this time, because we've got 3 48s out there. McAvern in second. There's the other one. That's Scott Borchetta in the white and blue.
Comes through Three-Dimensional Services Group, turn 6. The only bank turn, and look at that. Bill Elliott already right behind the Camaro there, already moving up a few places. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. This is so much fun to watch.
Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. I love it.
They might be ringing the bells in Dawsonville today. Even though Chase Elliott's not in the race, that doesn't mean an Elliott isn't racing.
Now, is Guzman doing IGT as well this weekend?
Yes,
yeah. In that
IGT.
car?
Yes, yep.
Okay, good.
So that's Scott Borchetta there, ahead of the Jack Finch Dodge Charger, ahead of Ryan Thompson in that Jimmy Johnson car. Not sure if Rusty Wallace was able to get out of the wall. I'm seeing a yellow there. I'm seeing just a local yellow.
Oh, just a local, okay.
I can't see. Oh, we got a full course caution. Leave it up to Rusty Wallace to ruin Bill Elliott's race.
Oh, because of that off. Yeah, I can see that the fact that they're going to get the truck out there. Okay, so let's gather ourselves. Yeah, there's your double yellow.
All right, where's my Rusty Wallace, Ricky Bobby, Jimmy Johnson, Bill Elliott fans? Yeah, and so Ryan L is also adding to the people. So he's like, you come to one of our events, there's Al Unser Jr. or Scott Goodyear. You know, it is amazing. It's a who's who of people in the paddocks. Lynn St. James. Yeah, it's crazy who comes out and just hangs out, because it is an addiction. And Bill Elliott is here sometimes with us on the weekends, unloading his own car from his own trailer, working on it, and just having so much fun.
So while we've got a caution, why don't we take a short break here from Atlanta, and we'll be back with the action when it resumes. Stay with us.
The Ridge Speed Tour returns to Ridge Motorsports Park June 9th through 11th, featuring the Trans Am Series Western Championship, the Sports Car Vintage Racing Association, Oregon and Northwest Region SCCAs, and the Emerald Cup. Saturday, take part in the Haggerty Cars and Caffeine Car Show with Parade Labs. You do not want to miss the Ridge Speed Tour June 9th through 11th. Family ticket discounts and camping is available. Children 12 and under are free. For tickets, simply go to ridgemotorsportspark.com.
Welcome back to Atlanta, Road Atlanta, of course, for the Speed Tour, Mission Foods Speed Tour. And a beautiful day. You wouldn't believe, folks, if you're tuning in, what it was like this morning when we arrived at the track. It was horrible. It's glorious now. So the Honda Civic picks up the lead in the safety car, and everybody slows it right down. But it is Guzman who took the run and took the lead from everybody.
So we're seeing some comments. Somebody just saw our Ridge commercial. Yeah, the Ridge is one of the nicest racetracks I've ever been to.
Yeah,
it's in the mountains of Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
And it's
I've
beautiful.
been to Dirtfish up there.
Oh, yeah, it's so nice. And there's this weird corkscrew with some beautiful trees. It's the most scenic track we go to throughout the season. And some people are asking about the rules of this. Basically, these are 3 or 4 different classes out there. There's a stock car class. There's Trans Am cars or Grand Am cars. But basically, they run about the same lap time. So that's why they're on track together.
And that's how you decide the groups, right? You just want to keep some
it's a
sort of parity,
safety thing. This stock car group that we're seeing that's run by Carlos Gann, though, they're going to be back here at Road Atlanta in a couple weeks with about 30 cars. So a lot of times they can have enough stock cars to run their own group, which is really, really fun to watch.
So it's going to be an interesting restart. The all bright orange of Jose Chacron on Panama.
And this era that Bill Elliott's driving in, that Ford Thunderbird, probably my favorite era of NASCAR. I might make a lot of enemies here, and sorry if I offend you, but I like when the cars looked like the cars that they were, you know, and when they still had steel bumpers. And so, like, Scott Borchetta has that Marty Robbins car, Mike Slutz has the A.J. Foyt Copenhagen car, and the cars were based on the actual cars and not silhouettes of the cars. So you can see Carlos Gann's car, driven by Bill Elliott, it's a little bit narrower than the other cars in the field because it's based on the car that it is.
What do you think of the new gen cars, current NASCARs, the new ones?
I don't know. They look like IMSA cars to me.
Interesting. They're different, aren't they?
Yeah. And I like
but you know what they remind?
I like the 5 lug nut changes. I don't like the single lug changes.
Nah, that's not fun. You know what they remind me of? Is they're getting closer to Australian V8 cars. I'm gonna get hung for that one. But
and when I first saw it, I thought it was a TA2 car when I first saw one. Yeah, you're gonna get in trouble though.
That's all right.
Lights are out, Jonathan.
Here we go then. Under the bridge here at Road Atlanta they come, and for our restart, Guzman will lead the field from McAvern and Chacron. Borchetta in 4th position, and that's how they cross the line. Behind Borchetta is Finch, Berg, Thompson. Bird is 8th. Cohen, then Bill Elliott, now in the top 10.
Nathan Bird goes around Ricky Bobby there. Ricky Bobby's blind spot with that Fig Newton's sticker there. And Jimmy Johnson goes up the hill. Dylan McAvern really wanting to catch this Audi R8 of Geronimo Guzman. Dylan McAvern, a very good driver, has won a bunch of championships with Turner Motorsports. Here driving his dad's Grand Am car, and we've seen him at Lime Rock and Watkins Glen with us. Very accomplished, fast driver who will be in the TA2 car with us tomorrow.
I got a good aside for you. You know, you see that Fig Newton there, and like it's hard enough to see out of those cars anyway. But you've got the Fig Newton thing on the 1 to 26. Well, Jenson Button is racing in NASCAR this weekend for the first time, along with Kimi Räikkönen. And the first thing he said, first of all, he stalled it because he didn't put all the right buttons on. And then the second thing is, I don't know where I'm looking. I don't know. I can't see out of these things. There's tubes and binders and braces. And he said, I can't see.
That's awesome.
So welcome to the real world, Jensen. None of this glamour boy stuff.
As they come into Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers, turn 10A, turn 10B, there's Jose Chacron all the way from Panama, giving us a great showing here in that GT1 orange Corvette.
Panama's #1, or is he? No, he brought Ortega, didn't he? So
yeah.
Maybe there's 2 now. But there's not many racer drivers from Panama that I know of anyway. So another lap completed halfway through. Scott Borchetta in the beautifully prepared white. His cars are immaculate, aren't they? I don't know who prepares his cars, but they always look good.
Dylan Hellman, Alan Mincy do a fantastic job with Borchetta Racing, preparing these cars. And Scott's out there just getting laps. He'll be in the Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers TA2 Series tomorrow. And this is a very similar car that he's running here. So he's getting a lot of good feel for the track. And if the conditions are the same tomorrow, he's going to have more data and inputs than anybody else in the field.
Of course, as you know, Scott Borchetta, also involved in NASCAR, runs a team, and really enjoying watching these youngsters who are trying to make it to NASCAR, who are like racing him tomorrow, and they're, what, 15, 16, some of them?
Yeah. Actually, runner-up in our championship last year in TA2, Connor Mosack, was in Scott Borchetta Racing Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers Xfinity car. And so he's looking at talent in our paddock and putting them in his cars in the Xfinity series.
That's really cool. Very cool. And of course he's getting a perfect view of how they race and what they do, because he's out there with them.
If you know anything about Scott Borchetta, the guy has an eye for talent.
Yeah,
you know, that's his job.
Ask Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. He's founded a ton of famous musicians in my city of Nashville. And he's basically the mayor of Music City right now. So Scott Borchetta having a blast out here coming through Mission Foods, turn 1 here at the Mission Foods Speed Tour. And look at this shot. Look at this. Here we go. Here comes Ricky Bobby.
Yep.
I
just behind him.
Fast.
Come on, he's going fast. 45 is Cohen right behind him in 9th position. That's Alan Cohen. Ryan Thompson is the man at the wheel of the 26. It's not quite as glamorous as Ricky Bobby, but we'll take it. If you're not first, you're last. You know that. I bet if somebody overtakes it, he won't see. He won't see it happen.
Well, you could see through that sticker. It's one of those kind of like two-sided mirrors. Yeah.
I can see the yellow
look at it myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, surely he's not racing with that. But it's funny because also Pat Womack with WeatherTech, he races a Ricky Bobby car as well. So it's really cool. And there's Bill Elliott right behind this Port City Tube car, the number 45. Ooh, I don't see where that car is. Where's the Port City car?
Bill Elliott.
Alan Cohen, there he is. Alan Cohen is the 45.
Yeah. All right, lap 6 of 10. Group 10.
Bill Elliott making a pass.
Here he goes.
Getting that side draft.
Can't quite do it.
Doesn't have the power, but he might have the brakes here. And Bill Elliott's not playing around, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Elliott does not know the meaning of the words parade laps, and that's not what vintage racing is all about. So look for him to try to make a pass on Alan Cohen. He is a hard racer.
Geronimo Guzman crossing the line, does a 121.4, so he's on it. I mean, they're not, I'll tell you what, those are laps. I mean, what Chris Dyson was doing 121s, 122s at the end of his race. Now, that's after 100 miles, but these guys are on the case.
Yeah, and there's awesome Bill Dawsonville on that number 15 Ford Thunderbird. How cool is it just to be able to say that name?
I know, it's very cool. Bouncing over the curbs in the 15. Go on, son.
And look, that to me, that looks like the car that it was, a Ford Thunderbird.
I know what you mean.
I love the look of that. I wish we could get back to that. And he is working it through the Bridgehole Bennett section of the S's coming into three-dimensional services group. Carlos Gann, you got a little tape coming off your hood there, buddy.
Who have we got here?
That's the Howe Camaro of Mark Mercurio. Sorry, Mark, if I'm mispronouncing that, but a beautiful looking car.
That's right. Yeah, and the mauve dark colors there, and the number 14 in 12th position. Now on lap 8, 2 to go then, and Guzman with a substantial lead over McAvoon. McAvoon, another man, Dylan, racing tomorrow in TA2 and looking for a better result. He's got a special sponsor on his car. He's racing for his girlfriend's brother, who has passed away sadly, and so he is honoring him. We'll talk about that tomorrow for sure.
Great shots here through the Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers 10A, 10B.
Great sand too.
Nice paint job on the 03. I'm hearing from H.
Nice mission flags though. I just want to shout out to whoever put those flags up because that's a heck of a job.
We have a great flag crew here at Road Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a big crew. You have your bus and everything else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What, about 6 of you?
Yeah, oh yeah. So I'm guessing that's a Chaz Howe Camaro as he goes through. Chaz Howe's camp is right there, so you know Chaz is watching that. But great shots here. Look at, you can't really see the elevation changes, but it almost looks straight up and down when you're watching from Spectator Hill. It's a really fun racetrack to watch a race.
And I'll tell you what, it takes a long time to get that cherry picker up. Oh wait, no, that's our drone.
White flag given to Geronimo Guzman.
Oh, he'll take it. 5 seconds, already 6 seconds now ahead of McAvoon, so he's not easing off his Geronimo Guzman. On this final lap then, Group 10 for the NetJets, race 1 that we had again. Sadly, Bill Elliott just doing today's race. I guess he may making the run to, well, Chase isn't racing this weekend, but he may make the run to Coda for tomorrow.
Yeah. He's usually a spotter for the weekends, so he might be flying his plane out there to do some spotting.
I remember when Chase won the championship, won the Cup Series, it was like a rarity that Bill would show up. He doesn't show up too many races these days. So here comes Guzman in that resplendently colored Audi R8. I love the colors. Into 7, down the long back straight. Nice to see it from the drone. You get a nice perspective of the track from here. And you can also see, now it's uphill under the Motul Hill, under the Motul Bridge, and then it starts to drop from here on in, all the way down to 10, but you get up to about 165 miles an hour, 170 possibly, as you head into 10. Start braking now, anchors, 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 and then turn it in as hard as you can. There's a big pool of water down there this morning. But Guzman under the bridge for the final time then, and has got this by a country mile. Geronimo Guzman.
What a weekend for him. Yeah. He's racing side by side with Johnny O'Connell, and here he's in a race with Bill Elliott.
Well, side by side for the start of the race, then Johnny O'Connell just takes off.
Yeah, yeah. So Provident Jewelers there with Geronimo Guzman. Geronimo, congratulations. Can't wait to see you in International GT. Always one of our most fun drivers in the paddock.
Oh, yeah.
with the 901 shop and Brady. Lots of fun to have him in the series, and it's just great. It's just fun to say Geronimo.
Yeah, of course it is. And by the way, if you are tuning in right now on our live feed, on our stream, please feel free to come and join us again tomorrow. We've got some of the same races, i.e. we've got another Trans Am race, but it's TA2 this time. That's our feature race. But we'll also have some SVRA Group races, and we'll have a few different races that we haven't shown you today, as well as more from FRP.
So somebody's asking how we're getting the chopper angle. It's actually a drone. I believe a DJI drone. So that's why you might be here not seeing a helicopter. That is a drone that they're flying over there by 10A, 10B.
And if you like his work, I'll give you Stu's number. He's available for bar mitzvahs and weddings and anything else you may encounter along the way. So, good result. Geronimo Guzman, McAvern, and Chocron. So pretty much finished as it started. Nathan Bird getting up to 4th place, though, getting ahead of Scott Borchetta. So let's take a look at some of the highlights of our Group 10 action from SVRA.
Those are amazing highlights.
Thank you. You know, we ran those in quick time just to see if you were watching. But
yeah.
That was it. You spotted our... yeah. Well done. Now, if you can let us know on YouTube which highlights you picked out, let us know.
Here we go.
All right, just kidding. Right, off we went. Guzman getting a good start. McAvern in 48, 3 48s in all. But Guzman really, once he got the start, never really looked back. Dylan McAvern would follow him home. We did have a full course yellow. We got to a restart. Again, McAvern trying. Chocron in 3rd. Borchetta trying to hold off Nathan Bird. Didn't for so long. And the Vic Newton wonder car from number 26. Ricky Bobby going well, but the real Bill Elliott was going very well indeed. Chasing down a top 10 finish, but no one could chase down that Audi. He was fast in the 7. He's had a big day, has Geronimo Guzman, and he took the checkered flag in style to win Group 10 ahead of Dylan McAvern. So let's just check on the results then for our Mission Foods Atlanta Speed Tour Netjets feature race 1. Geronimo Guzman with the win ahead of Dylan McAvern. Jose Chocron in 3rd place for Panama. Nathan Bird 4th, Scott Borchetta 5th. Jack Finch in 6th place, Joseph Burke, Alan Cohen. Bill Elliott did finish in the top 10, well done, ahead of Randy Walker in 10th. Further down, Mark Mercurio, Matt Joffe, Jeff Lindstrom, Ryan Thompson, and Mark Sandridge. That's how they finished in Group 10. They'll be out in action again, but Bill, sadly, is just doing the one race. But we'll see some more action. We'll take a short break. We'll be back from Road Atlanta after this.